Hi all, welkom bij een nieuw boekreport. Today I want to discuss with you the book Every Day or So, 365 meditations for the here and now. And I picked some wonderful topics, some wonderful spiritual topics for you out of the book um, because it's too lot to discuss, of course. 365 wisdoms um, where you can meditate over. So it's nothing more than 365 wisdoms, um, and Osho calls it a kind of meditations. Um, I choose for you some 7, 8 wisdoms I want to discuss with you today. So you don't have to read this book anymore, and I will tell you in a short video what's the sentence, what is the sentence and the essence of this uh, book, of this wonderful book from Osho. First of all is grace. What is grace? What is compassion? And in one of the first sentences, page 17, he talks about the aura of a spiritual awaked man or woman, and the aura of a man of women is very light, is blue light around his body and his head. And some people can see that by me already, those who have eyes, those who are into meditation, those who are very sensitive characters can see. They have eyes, and they can see by me some aura around my head, around my body, because they have eyes through meditation. Normal people cannot see it. They are very unconsciousness. They are very into their mind. They're very insensitive and doing their job and live a stressful life. But high spiritual evolved people who were also quite a time alone in their lives to come by themselves, more inwarded, can see the aura of total relaxation by me. So they feel the warmth, the inner warmth. They say, "You're so warm, Guido, you're so warm. You have some light around you, some blue light around your body, about your head, and you have some gold in your eyes. You have some golden eyes." I don't think you can see it from this video, but there are some places in the eyes, they are gold. They're all signs of high spiritual awakening. High spiritual awakening will say that you're connected with your inner line, with your godliness, with your chakras. A lot of meditation, a lot of meditation and effort is needed for that to reach those eyes, to reach the clarity, the clearness, to reach the silence, to reach more emptiness of mind, to reach more calmness, to reach more compassion. First compassion, first meditation, first awareness, and then love arises. It's always first awareness. People talk about giving, people talk about love, people talk about compassion, but they never felt awareness. They never felt consciousness. They only stay talking about. So the aura of total relaxation, that's the halo, that's the last stage of enlightenment, that is high spiritual vibration. You can only reach that with a lot of meditation, with a lot of contemplation. So, with every action you take in your life, you do it with consciousness. You do it with awareness. All the actions you do with connection with your line. That's the trick. That's the knack of Osho. That's the trick of your mind, to be connected with your higher mind. And your higher mind will be connected with your line. So everything I do when I talk to you, home or office, of where you listen to my videos, maybe in the car. Maybe you're driving now. Maybe you're just sitting home and want to have a relaxing talk. Everything I do from consciousness. Everything I do, I speak from consciousness. I move from consciousness. I move from awareness. Because I'm always connected with the source. I'm always connected with the line. And that is a ripening process. What Osho was writing in Census 19231. To create higher forms of consciousness is a ripening process. It's not a seasonal flower who goes up and down. No, it's years of exercising to stable the ecstaticness in your inner body. And of course, that is with ups and downs. Sometimes it goes better, some hours you're better, some days are better, some weeks are better. But it's not a seasonal flower. It's a flower who goes of years of hard, disciplined work to stabilize the ecstaticness in your body. And then you create the aura, then you create the halo, then you create higher vibration, consciousness levels. It's a ripening process. Very disciplined, ripening process. And that is your only character. Page 244, verse 244. Consciousness, awareness is your only character. And I have to explain that. People are going in society and affected by society to build up an ego character, to strive for something, to be something. to have a higher position in society, to have a higher status, to earn more money, to have bigger houses or cars or more and more holidays. They're striving for more and more. It will become a desire, right? So society is always from the beginning built from ego incentives. And now I hope with the new era of Aquarius who's coming, first 20 years some troubles, but after 20 years the new era of Aquarius is starting and we going to non-ego character building. You see nowadays a lot of courses to become more male or to become more female. Always the question why you want to become more male, or you want to become more female, or you want to become more stronger. The only healthy character building there is to go higher in your spiritual stages, to go higher in your vibration, to fulfill with wine, with divine, with new spiritual stream in your body. That is transformation, right? That is a new reborn identity. That is a new character. So, a healthy character is not an ego strife. A healthy character is that you fulfill with new spiritual energy in your body. That is the ultimate healthy character you can build. There is no other character of you. It's all false incentive from society and also false projections. False projections from society to become someone. To prove yourself to society, to your friends, to your family, to your wife, to your man, to your children, to become someone. It's an ego strife. It's not healthy. You are only here to raise up your consciousness levels. That's the only character what's fitting by you. dive into divine, dive into nothingness. Ripening process. Spiritual awakening is a ripening process. Next topic. People are angry. A lot of people are angry. I live in fear. And you feel by persons if they live in fear and anger. And the anger is suppressed by a lot of people are angry. And maybe you can recognize that. People are stressed. People are very angry feelings. And what Osho was saying here in verse 18 is very interesting. He wrote down, or he said, people are angry because they cannot transfer their angriness into creativity. And that is very interesting. People cannot transfer their angry energy into creativity. That say something about how our society is built up. We have not enough jobs to make all people creatively happy. Therefore, people work in systems and in kippenhokken, chicken rows in offices. And they become totally crazy. They become crazy of the small locations or pressures on work, constantly with other people around them. And in the new era of acquirers, people are striving to freedom, and freedom becomes more important. So people become angry because the most jobs are not creative jobs. The most jobs are doing what the boss wants, and it's just filling the forms. And the boss is not a lot of times saying use your creative mind. And we are human beings, and from our roots in our jungle, and we are used to be a creative creature. We are creative humans from our original roots. We were living in the jungle and we tried to find creative ways to protect ourselves, to find food, to take care of our families, to discover new lands, or fight with our neighbors sometimes. So our creative mind and creativity is through civilization, it's become more machinery. We are in a machinery society. Of course, you have some innovation businesses, um, but if you look at the total people markets, then is that a very small proportion that people are really into innovation. So Osho was saying here too, less people are in music or poetry or creative jobs, and therefore they're angry. And that can, in ultima forma, the angriness can be transferred to war and conflict, because that is the only way. If people are not going into meditation, to transfer their angry energy out of the body. So the angriness of society will be channelizing. I love this word, are channelizing into war and conflict. So that's what you see the last 5,000 years, right? War, conflict, war, peace, and peace, war, and then peace, and then conflict. That circle of destruction is always there because people are collective angry and unhappy with their lives. So unhappiness with their lives, feeling stuck in your work, stuck in your relationships, anti-lovable sentiments in your life will channelize negative and destruction energies into war and conflict. So that is what Osho was saying in verse 18. In page 271, he also say that how older people become, how less happy. And that is also what I see in my surroundings, that old people can be very easily angry and mean. And how younger people are, men, boys, girls from 14 or 10 or 18, they're much more happier if you see them. And that is a very strange movement, right? Because you can say, when you're young, the world is new and you're playing around and you're moving. It's wonderful to see. You use your creative energy there, playing around in the parks when you were young. And how older people become, how more structured, how more everything is known, how more people are used to their lives. They don't have refreshment. They don't have aliveness. They're living their life as it is. And then people become angry and mean and destructive and depressive. They missed and this is important, they missed the heart's awakening. People are becoming old and they missed their spiritual transformation. Therefore, they don't feel any more alive. No freshment here. No creative energy anymore. The deepest source of creative energy is the ultimate source. If you find the ultimate source, you will be so creative that you probably start for yourself and doing something what is unique by your personality. So meditation leads to creativity, to new things. Learn every day new things. Make something every day. Try something new every day. So then you can be child. You can be child every day. Even if you are old, you can stay child. You can be child. Your second childhood. Becoming a child again. That's what Jesus also was saying. Becoming a child again. He was talking about aliveness. He was talking about freshness. He was talking about connected with the line. Nothing else than that. So you can be child again, and then you're not angry and mean and complaining all the time if you are becoming older. Next topic, concentration and interest. Maybe I can read something for you to make it more diverse. If you feel that concentration is missing, nothing can be done directly about concentration. Something will have to be done about interest. So if you have a concentration problem, and a lot of teachers were saying that to me. They say, do you have a concentration problem? No, it is just that I'm doing something what I didn't like to do. And that is the case with 99% of human beings. They don't do anything what they like to do. And then, of course, you get a concentration problem because you're doing something which you didn't like to do. So choose something in your life. You get this life right. Choose something in your life what you really love to do. And then concentration is kicking in as hell. It will support you. It will make you a better person. So in career path, in career moving, I should be common to do something what you really like to do. And then interest is kicking in as hell. Then you will be striving. Then you will be forwarded in your life. So concentration and interest are heavily connected with each other. And that is important to understand. Meditation is a long journey because the change is very deep and is achieved after many lives. Many lives you were here. Your soul is part of a reincarnation circle. Buddha was saying that, Jesus was saying that, Osho was saying that, Mahavira was saying that, Krishna was saying that. So the most wise person on earth were in favor of the reincarnation thinking pattern. So then I think there will be no discussion about that. You were here for a few times, for more times, but the change is very deep. Some people coming on earth with a higher consciousness level and higher spiritual level than other persons. Many lives of routine habits will be distorted. So following the path of enlightenment, of spiritual awakening, you have to break the routines, the thinking, desiring, breaking the thinking, desiring, and break with the old mind structure. The old mind structure is a survival mechanism. You're constantly in your mind. You're constantly worrying. You're constantly in the future. About 2 hours I have to do this. About 4 hours I have to be this. Your mind structure is constantly in the future or in the past, and then you fear. Something happened in your past, and then you have fear. So turning your mind structure, your higher mind connected with your line, makes you not only a better person, I think, but also you're breaking with the old mind structure, with the old rotten mind structure. Out of 100 people suffering from anger, about 50% suffer from too much creativity energy that they have not been able to put into use. Their problem is not anger, but they will go on thinking their whole life it is. So that's where you see here. So many people have angry feelings, but they cannot channel their energy into creativity. Thank you for watching this video about or so every day. And I wish you the best today, and I see you by the next book report. Hi, hi.